All right, so like this world that I exist in has never made sense to me, in my opinion. This world, this world, like, all the terms and things like that. I'm in my 40s, man. I don't know. I don't know about an equity or any of these other, adjustments and equity. I probably mentioned equity, but I don't understand any of that. Now I'm in my 40s, man. A lot of people, have paid a mortgage by the state. All right. I don't know anything about that. So even a black man in such way, you know what I'm saying? It's damn near hysterical to see racism because I'm what am I? I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite side of the game from what maybe Huck Finn. You understand what I'm saying? And there's nothing different between us, but I mean, considerably these tax brackets are interesting. All right, there's huge difference. All right, between individuals in different tax brackets, and this pertains to opportunity, circumstances, so on and so forth. But also in psychology, the way that they think. I mean, geez, man, people in different tax brackets, pertain to jobs that they actually have to do all sorts of some type of labor or thinking. The level at which these individuals think, once you get them talking, a lot of the times, okay, it is completely different. It's like they live in a whole different world, and that's stacked on top of the world that you lived on top of. Like if you could stack tax brackets according to how a neighborhood looks and what type of exposure an individual has, you'll realize the vast difference in psychology between tax brackets. But pertaining to money, finances, resources, so on and so forth, okay, the American dollar is quite interesting. You know, considering other mysteries such as the printing press and how many of them we have and how many books we got, uh, to the amount of dollars that circulate around the world where it's actually traceable. I could be wrong, but money is tracked everywhere. I mean, by the people and by serial numbers. They know what type of currency is out in circulation and probably could pinpoint where it's at. Every dollar bill. And for us to have the mystery of heist and bank robbers is quite intricate, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? Considering even if I lost my cell phone, Jesus Christ, if they knew one of the dollar bills in my fucking wallet and could track that, you know. But how many millions or billions of dollars do you think we have in circulation in the world right now? Considering it's inflation and considering its inflation, how much money do you think the Federal Reserve has in circulation right now, actively? All right. Now it's got to be, I suppose, in the billions. Then that's got to break down into different denominations, and then we have supply and demand, which is regulated in correlation with the currency. What type of human mind thinks like this, that learns this through K through 12 or possibly some fucking college? How the supply and demand pertaining to money and resources and how much things cost, so for it to be staged a certain type of way for society. That is a lot. Okay, that is a lot of calculations and computations for us to recently be coming out or having the supercomputer to not think that there is a hole punched in time. You understand what I'm saying? In order to find funds and resources from extra dimensional places and realms that interact with the realm that you exist in, for all these businesses to stay in float. You understand what I'm saying? There has to be openings or breakages between the dimensions, realms, and time for us to have all of this money. Because supply and demand still wouldn't be so. This whole thing wouldn't work unless you had all sorts of threads through different realms and things of this nature, what you would call a worm, a wormhole in time, right? So, you know, with that being said, how is there how is money so scarce in these days and times in the suburbs right now and the whole nine? People are in a state of want where I exist. I'm assuming that other individuals in different realms, containers, or worlds than the one I exist in. Mine is pretty stagnant. People are in a situation of want to some extent. They are able to maintain. They keep their heads down. They're quiet, and when they make eye contact, they went from not saying hello to being very friendly and very communicative. Okay, but um, I don't know. They're very friendly, very communicative, but there is also a degree or aptitude of uh want. It's not pushy or anything like that. It's chill, it's subtle, but it seems to persistently be a deeper layer behind the actual individual that I come across that is insuggestive of some slight dark corner, and I'm not judging or anything like that, but it's kind of fucked up right now in the world where I'm at. All right, people got to get by a different type of way. You understand what I'm saying? And so to not get entangled or ensnared and wrapped up in every type of thing, if you're an individual that is going through something such as fucking sexual frustration, keeping your desires in check, well, these fucking dog walkers that just come out of their house at the same time that I come out of the house, you know what I'm saying? I fucked up, man. Next fly that flies in my house, I'm gonna rape it. I'm so fucking frustrated. But here's the deal, man. You have all these people. We have these nice things and things of this nature. Um, I gotta ask you, man. How are we all blessed so to have these nice things and the world run like this? This is beyond, so far beyond human intelligence. I could tell you that right now. Okay, so if you're a human being, you got to be realistic with your tax bracket when you're searching jobs, and you got to be realistic with which type of jobs you would take. And if you want them higher jobs, then you have to have a different type of knowledge just to be around the coworkers that you're around, that you keep your fucking mouth shut. So if you're not a mason, you can't become a supervisor or a manager or any of these other things. And if you do become these things, you can no longer, the minute you become supervisor or manager, you can't even interact with the coworkers that you were once amongst. So you're completely um bought, a slave, a human resource of the system. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, you're going to separate from your coworkers at a promotion. Some of them are probably going to get jealous over time, right? And now you're going to be ruling over them. And the fact of the matter is this, man. You're going to have different knowledge, and you're not going to be able to engage in the same conversations that you once were able to engage in. You understand what I'm telling you? How much money do you think we have in circulation in this realm or world? And how much money in truth and total circulation do you think exists? Whereabouts do you think we can find the seams of these realms and dimensions? And if we have so much money and the ability and power to print it, right? Why are individuals that have so many things in scarcity in a market of inflation? Well, thank God we got a superhero as the president now, right? But individuals are deceived by the individuals that they're around in the deep state. The voices and interactions that you have with individuals, people who appear to be stupid, dumb, or shy, might not be as they appear because your perception might be off. This is something to consider. There's many things to consider and many more mysteries to the world that we live around. And I am intrigued by the mystery. I don't need to know everything. All right. But I need a break from the bullshit. That's why my temperament has shifted a little bit because I need a break from the bullshit, man. I really do. And I'm very resilient. If I could get just a little bit of time, I'm very resilient. You know what I'm saying? Put me back in the game. I'll be out there in no time, coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm like that. But hey, man, let's be honest. It's been a clusterfuck since 2020. All right? Calamity after calamity, things start coming down. Viruses, natural disasters, all sorts of fucking bullshit. People just throw up their arms. They're like, fuck it. I'm like, dude, I want to get out of here too. I don't mind pushing a block in Kylo. Okay? I don't know if I want to do that shit for eternity. I don't know how long that. Usually, when you come at the bottom, you start at the top, and you come out the bottom. You have another opportunity to correct your life. All right? It's very fair. Okay? And it's a necessary process as well for regathering your spirit needs to regather there, your mind. All right? So while you're given something to do so that you don't lose your motor movement while you're in process and your consciousness is being transferred. All right? So that's what I think about that. But how much money, predominantly I'm starting this, do we have in circulation? And how many lies are there for there to be scarcity of it for people to have so many different things in the places I live and be in a situation of need? And where there comes leverage in other situations and issues of life pertaining to the flesh, depravity in all sorts of forms, all come together as a form of escapism of immediate problems that can't be resolved in society. What is that going to cause? It's going to cause a cataclysm or a breakdown of society. Like I said, America is looking very interesting. I ain't saying anything bleak or grim, but hey, man, hopefully we get after it and get on it, whatever the case may be. And we are able to turn this around a bit. All right? Cooler heads will prevail. I had my little snafu. You see me, I got upset yesterday. I got tired of being radiated, microwaved and shit. You understand? Like I said, long time ago, you get what you get. All right? It's 100% honest. I am not apologizing for it. Meant every word. I hope it hurt. Because if it didn't, then I think the honest truth is that people don't feel or forgot how to feel. Or if I get a diagnosis because I feel sad or I'm depressed, right? The real diagnosis is that I feel. Okay? If you're sad or feel down and it's for a justifiable reason, you might not have a mental illness. All right? I root for everyone to have freedom of the mind, okay? But also keep a humble state in which you understand no matter what or where you sit, you know what I'm saying? Everybody could use a little bit of work, man. I know I most definitely can. It's very obvious, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? If this movie was like, if my life was like a fucking movie of what's the name of this? The movie is called Divergent. Shit. I be in the honest group, but they be like, yo, this nigga, we gonna have to put him as a divergent. Then I have to start acting. So how niggas see me, they see me as in what they were allowed to see. When you see my people test scores, things of this nature, you don't know what grade they were trying to get on purpose. You don't know what type of problems they naturally have or how all these things come together. because a system is a system. And until I understand how it operates and works and things of this nature, and if individuals can be trusted, it's no sense in me becoming entangled into this shit. Because I see how everybody else is fucked up. Peace and blessings be with you all. I'm out.